Selam dostlar, hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlerle beraber Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1'a kaldığımız yerden tüm hızıyla devam ediyoruz. Hepinize iyi seyirler dilerim. En son bu sanatçının, ressamın evine gelmiştik ve adamı ölü bulmuştuk. Şimdi hemen vakit kaybetmeden etrafı bir araştıracağız. Bu adam tek ressam değil, fotoğraf da çekiyormuş. Bir bakalım bakayım burada ne var. Zamanında çıkarılmamış diyor. Buna ne?
Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
Ha. Şuna bak. Masanın üstünü bir kontrol edelim. Aynen, burada bir bıçak kayıp diyor. Mavi kumaş bir elyaf.
It appears the wine was truly awful.
Bir fotoğraf makinesi. Acaba nereden aldı?
Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching.
Aynen, biri aramış burayı. Biri aradıktan sonra bırakmış böyle.
The blood has dried.
Kan kurumuş. Adamın cesedini kontrol edeceğim. En son edeceğim onu.
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here.
Önce şu etrafa bir bakalım iyice.
The chest has been searched.
Bu kasada aranmış. Boş çerçeveler var orada.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Verda's description of
Aa!
painting.
Çalıntı resmin tarifini hatırlattı diyor. Aynen o tarife benziyor. John, ne yapıyorsun orada ya? Bir an o ne dedim ya? Ne bu?
Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
Aa, birkaç gündür yatıyor. Yeni değil. Evet, bıçak burada.
A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon.
Olabilir. Cinayet silahı olabilir.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
Ya bıçak ya ustura diyor. Ustura da olabilir.
Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Evet. Bir bakalım. Neler olmuş burada? Kesin önce adam öldürmüşler. Sanmam. Sanmam öyle olduğunu. Bence böyle oldu. İçeride fotoğrafı yarım bırakıp gitmiş olabilir. Bunu bir deneyelim.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder snuck in.
Aynen. Doğru tutturduk.
Mercurio heard him coming While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a
Eline bıçağı geçirmiş diyor hırsız.
Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio
Ölmesini istememiş.
snatch the
Öldürme
painting?
amaçlı gelmemiş o zaman. Sadece hırsızlık amacıyla gelmiş.
Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Adamı kurtarmaya çalışmış çünkü yerde bu paçavralar var. O aklıma gelmişti. Öyle bir şey olabilir diye. Tamam, burayı hallettik. Şimdi Zihin Sarayı'na yeni bir şeyler eklendi. Bir bakalım şuraya. 1-2 gündür yatıyor burada diyor. Tamam. Tamam. Aynen. Tamam. Aynen. Düşündüğüm gibi. Öldürmek değil amacı. Bunların hiçbiri alakalı değil. Evet, şimdi ne yapacağız? Buralık işimiz kalmadı gibi.
It's time for some chemical magic, John.
Aynen, bu tabloyu alacağız. Tabloyu bırakmıyormuşuz. İyi ki dönüp bakmışım. Bitti burayla işimiz ya. Çıkabiliriz artık.
Do you know what makes a lady happy? Paid rent.
Evet, elimizde hiçbir şey yok. Ne yapacağız şimdi? Vaka günlüğü. Tamam. İçeride işimiz var ya, dur.
Do you know what makes a lady happy? Paid rent.
photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
Tamam.
The chest has been searched. Red skin, tails on the back, reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting.
Adamın üstünü de çiğnedik ama. Ne yapacağız şimdi? Hiçbir şeyimiz yok.
Red skin, tails on the back, reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting.
Tamam işte. Bu değil mi? Allah Allah. Burada kimyasal analiz varmış la. Dur bakayım. Bunu görmemişiz la. Tamam. Bunu görmemişim ben. Tamam.
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs.
Tamam.
I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
Buradaki şey eksik.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. Nothing behind it. Nothing behind it.
O kemik burada bir yerde olabilir diyor. Kuru kafa. Kuru kafa. Burada. Bulduk. Dairede işimiz bitmemiş.
Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse, all right? Stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
Haydi bakalım. Burada işimiz bitti gibi duruyor. Aynen. Bundan dolayı olabilir. Bu fotoğrafı bulmak, resmi bulmak. Yani bu fotoğrafı bulmak. Oo, bir sürü şey geldi. Kimmiş bu? Tamam. Bu kadını arayacağız. Tamam. Burayla işimiz bitti bu sefer.
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Yakın zamanda
Can you tell
daireye
me
kim
if
girdi?
anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man.
Heh.
I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his
Boynunda
neck.
bir dövme
He
varmış.
was
Tamam.
smoking
Yeni bir şey daha
Marlboro
öğrendik.
cigarettes.
Tamam.
My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Tamam.
You're acting so strange today, dear. I hope someday you'll let me inside that.
Ama buradaki tüm
Sherry,
kanıtlar
that was
toplandı.
close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Ha. Ha. Tamam.
May I ask you something?
Şu fotoğraf soralım.
Sorry, but I never heard of this.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Why should I care about your troubles when you don't care about mine?
This isn't working.
Ne alakalı?
You might need a different tack.
Farklı bir yöntem. Dur kıyafetlerimizi değiştirelim. Zihin sarayına bir gireyim bir. Tamam. Aynı kişi. Bir dakika dur, yeni bir şey açıldı. Tamam. Ha, söylemedim. Gerek yok. Uğraştırmasın beni orada. Şimdi kıyafetleri değiştirecektim. Buradakiler bize neyle yardımcı oluyor en çok? Ben bu kıyafetlerimi giyeyim. Tamam, kirli sakal dursun. Tamam.
Excuse me, just one question.
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
Bilmiyor.
Help me, please.
Why don't you go talk to your co-workers?
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Could you help me?
I'm afraid my mind has gone blank.
Ufaklık, sen biliyorsun.
Excuse me, just one question.
You have a job, so why don't you go back to it instead of bothering me?
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Hocam, sen burada esnafsın,
You
biliyorsundur
satisfy my
belki.
curiosity.
Sounds familiar, but no. Ask someone else.
Tamam.
Are you able to help me?
Mate, I have to disappoint you. I know nothing.
Everyone's looking at us.
Do you know anything about this?
You sure you know what you're doing?
I only learned of this recently myself.
Aha, bulduk. Skala diyor ve Silverton arasında Victoria Köprüsü'nün altı. Bu köprünün adı ne? Nerede dedi ya? Skala diyor ve Silverton. Orayı bulalım önce. Skala diyor, skala diyor. Nerede bu skala diyor acaba? Allah Allah. Niye göremiyorum ya? Bir daha bir bakayım. Lan ben cadde aramıyorum ki. Şurayı arıyorum. Şurayı arıyorum o zaman. O zaman şurayı arıyorum. Bu. Hah, buymuş. Hepsine baktım teker teker. Neyse, hadi koşarak gidelim artık buradan. Koş bakalım yavrum. Şu kıyafetlerimizi değiştirebiliriz. Gardıroba gir. Takımları çek. Ah, takımları çek. Aklıma şey geldi. How I Met Your Mother'da Barney var, bilirsiniz. Çek takımları. Aklıma birden o geldi. Sakalları da kes, tamam. Eski halimize dönelim. Ulan John. Adam darbuka çalıyor ya. Çıkmış oraya. Aa, kafe bulduk. Kafede ne yapabiliyoruz ki? Bir şeyler yiyip içebiliyoruz mu? Kafenin yeri nerede? Onu da bulamadım tam. İsmi çıktı ama. Belki orayla işimiz vardır ileride. Bunlar ne lan? Yaprakmış. Kan sandım ilk. Uzaktan. Heykel. Aslan. Bura ne? Belediyenin oran bura?
Treasure maps from the governor. Find 8 and come back for more.
Olabilir. Belediyenin orası olabilir. Aynen orası belediye ya. Geldik. Burası. Hızlı bir seyahat açıldı buraya.
Did you hear another say?
Burası denizcilerin takıldığı bir mekan.
Does this poster truly claim that Cordona has a ghost?
Yeni bir vaka çıktı. Bu vakalara sonra bakarız. Şimdi biz buraya nereden gideceğiz? Kişilere sorsam mı bir?
Come, let's continue on your quest for the truth.
May I ask you something?
I'd rather bite a snake than talk to you.
Aa, bunlar konuşmuyor bu halde. O zaman hocam şöyle giyinsem.
Could you help me?
I'm too tired for your questions.
This isn't working.
Tabii adamın önünde
You might need a
giyinirsen adam
different tack.
fark eder.
Do you know anything about this?
Where do you get the idea that I'll help someone like you? Get lost.
Kimsin lan sen?
Help me, please.
You are standing in my way. Get lost.
Yolunda mı
Check your
duruyorum?
who, what and what,
Ulan
Sherry.
keşke şu oyunda yumruk
Who
atma
you
olsaydı bir.
asking about what
O polis ona
interests you?
sormaya gerek yok. Ablacım.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, I have nothing to say about that.
Did you hear another sailor's drowned?
Allah Allah. Burası liman.
Do you know anything about this?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Ablacım sen biliyor
Can you
musun?
satisfy my curiosity?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, friend, I'm not familiar with that.
Allah Allah. Burada nasıl bulacağım ben bunu ya? Şu tarafa bir geri dön ya.
Do you know anything about this?
I've never heard of it. I'm sorry.
Could you help me?
I'd help your friend, but I know nothing.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Help me, please.
I've never heard of it. I'm sorry.
Lan biriniz de bilin be. O ne lan? Kan var la burada. Ablacım, biliyor
Can I ask you
musun?
a question?
I am sorry to disappoint you.
but I don't know about that.
La biriniz cevap verin lan. Aa.
Another sailor's drowned on the beach.
Oğlum Victoria Köprüsü şurada değil mi işte? Benim şu aşağı inmem lazım. Şuradan mı? Tamam, yanlış yerde geziyormuşum.
Beasts!
Sensin ne hayvan? Ne olmuş burada? Burada bir şeyler olmuş.
Murderers!
They're completely livid.
First they come to our land, then they murder our people. Drop.
All into the sea!
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is
Özel
Sherlock Holmes.
dedektifim.
I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
Gözlemle bakayım bir. Belki rüşvet veririz. Veriliyorsa tabi. Kapalı alanda çalışıyor. Genç biri. Daha yaşlı görünmeye çalışıyormuş bıyıkla. Abartı giyinti. Giyiniş. Giyinti ne ya? Terliyor ve stresli. Tertemiz ayakkabılar. Dur bakalım. Şaşkın şekilci diyeceğiz gibi. Bu daha mantıklı. Yorgunluktan değil. Bu.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
You
Tamam.
want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me
Yo,
how you do it.
sorgulamıyorum.
You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
Sana yardım
I
edeyim.
can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest. But in return, I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes.
Eyvallah canım, eyvallah.
Come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mülteciler buraya nasıl ulaştı? Bana biraz bilgi ver bu konu hakkında.
So you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
Kamptaki işin ne?
What exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every city hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
Are the police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Tamam.
I'm ready to take a look at the
Beni içeri al.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewksbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find
Tamam.
my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Beasts!
Ulan ne bağırıyorsunuz be, susun be. Tamam. Tamam. Bana birini bul dedi. O kimdi ya? Sen bir gider misin? Heh. Aynen şu adam muhtemelen.
Refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Hocam yetkili sen misin?
How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow.
Kapıdan girdim abi yürüyerek.
I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor
Oradan
of
geldim.
refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewksbury, I presume?
A surveyor. What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector.
Bizim topal olmasın bu aradığımız
One fellow
hırsız.
was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Peki ölü adam kim?
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity.
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd
Keşke onu gömüp bütün olayı unutsak daha iyi diyor.
You must thoroughly interrogate the refugees, at least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
Tamam. Şu kanıtlarımıza bir bakalım. Göğsünden bıçaklanmış. Tamam. Tamam. Ceset incelememize izin verdi polis. Bu çok iyi oldu.
Here we go again. Number of hours on
Ceset
call
orada.
before stumbling upon another dead body. 0.
Evet, sigaralar. Kesin bizim katilimiz.
Soaked with salt water.
Kesin bizim katilimiz.
A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk. £1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
1000 pound. Wow. Tamam. O tarafta bir şey var mı? Yok. O ne lan? Hançer. Bu bıçak değil. Bu bir hançer.
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common
Kamaymış.
accessory among sailors and soldiers.
Kömür tozu. Katilimizi bulduk. Hırsızımızı ve katilimizi bulduk şu anda. Boynunda bir de dövme var. Tamam. Kesin bir ayağı da kısadır bunun.
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping John.
Aynen. Tabanın bir tanesi daha çok eskimiş gördüyseniz. Sağ ayağı. Bir dakika, sol. Sol oluyor, sol. Sol ayağı. Uzun olan.
A man's footprint.
Erkek.
A heavy boot with a worn out sole.
Bizim katilimizin ayak izi.
Police boots.
Bunlar polis botu.
Always happy to trample evidence.
Burada inceleyecek çok şey var. Kırılmış.
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
Tamam. Olay burada mı olmuş?
Someone bled profusely here. A blood trail leading to or a furrow in the ground.
Tamam.
Clearly a left handprint here.
Burada bir el izi bırakmış diyor. Burada suya düşmüş. Bıçaklandıktan sonra buraya doğru gelmiş o zaman.
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
Burada da bir yaralı var.
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately. He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
Yapabiliyor muyuz? Bir şeyler bulalım.
It won't do any good.
Bu yarayabilir.
That will kill, not save him.
Aa. Öldürürmüş. Kesin çözüm diyor yani. Ben buraya bakarım sonra.
Do you know anything about this?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Bu adama neden kimse yardımcı olmuyor ya? Heh. Bu olur.
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Al. Başka bir şeye ihtiyacım var mıydı? Dur bakayım. Yarayı dezenfekte edecek bir şey daha lazım. Su. Kaynayan suya sokarız şeyi. Aynen.
I'll use it to create a solution.
Oldu mu? Tamam. Lan?
It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
Olabilir. Ucu yeterince sivri çünkü.
It might have been used as an improvised weapon. No hint of blood or impact.
Ama kan ve darbe izi yok diyor.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
Tamam.
Is this familiar to you?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Oğlum şu adamı nasıl iyileştireceğim? Hadi. Tamam. Bunlar bulduğum şeyler zaten.
Do you know anything about this?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Lan. Tamam, bunu biliyoruz. Öğrendik zaten. Oğlum ne yapacağım? Ona müdahale etmem için benim bir şeye daha ihtiyacım var gibi ya.
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
Heh. Tamam, bunu bulmam gerekiyormuş demek ki.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading.
Heh. Tamam.
I've collected all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid solution.
Nasıl yapacağım onu? Analizle, tamam. Tamam. Hızlıca yapalım şu adamı.
Thank you. This should make you feel
Bir
better,
şey
my
değil
friend.
canım.
Now remain lying down and
Ne
take
kadar
as
hızlı
much
etki
as you can.
gösterdi.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
Tamam. Şimdi şuradan. Tamam, şu kanıt dursun.
Someone was dragged against their will. I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first
Back
place?
off.
İçeri almıyor beni. Sudan gelmiştir belki. Tekneyle. Olası değil çünkü tekne yok.
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
Zaten tekne olması gerekirdi bir de canım. O iş için. Tekne de yok görünürde. Kanalizasyondan gelmiş olabilir mi buradan?
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Aha. Dedikodu. Dedikodu var.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should...
Uzun süredir açılmamış.
I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
Tamam. Yeni bir kanıt bulduk. Tamam. Sempatikmiş. Bu adam kampa nasıl girdiğini nasıl bulacağız ya? Hocam ben bir girsem içeri ya. Salsam beni. John nereye bakıyorsun? Aha. Bulduk.
No, it's too short for these walls or cliffs.
Bulamadık. Lan suya düştüm. Ya yok artık ya. Allah'ım suya düştüm ya. Kampa geri gir. Gir. Koş. Ona. Aha. Bizimkinin sigarası.
A single Malpalbut.
Bunlar başka.
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
Birisi içeri almış lan direkt. Yuh ya. Bakalım neler olmuş içeride. Burası olayın sonlandığı yer. Su buradayım. Suyun içinde burada ceset. Tamam. Buradan başlamış. Yok sanmıyorum. Sürüklenme izi var. Kadını götürmeye çalışmış. Çıplak ayak bir de çünkü. Yürüme yok. Sürükleme izi var. Tamam. Bu adam böyle yaralanmış burada. Aynen burada kolye kırılmış. Düşmüş ve kolye kırılmış. Tam başka bir şey yok. Ona bak. Sonra burada. Heh. Ana kendi kendine ölmüş lan. Yok bence kendi kendine ölmüş. Düşüp ölmüş salak. Yok dizisi Spartalı yok burada. Bence olay böyle oldu.
So we have
Tamam.
a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force.
Aynen.
One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick. Yet he could do nothing.
Orada yaralanmış bizim adam. Kan izi de onun izi.
Anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free.
Burada bu anda kaçmış kadın, tamam.
Took fright and fled.
Birisi kovalamış, düşmüş burada ve bıçak kendine saplanmış. Tamam.
However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
Kendi silahıyla ölmüş la. Tamam. Burayı hallettik. Başarısız kaçırma girişimi. Tamam. Dengesini kaybedip köprüden düşüp ölmüş arkadaşımız. Tamam. Kolay çözdük bunu. Fil bizi çok uğraştırmıştı ya. Filde çok uğraşmıştım. Anlayamamıştım ne yapacağımı. Sen beni içeri almazsın zaten. Neyse biz de bölümü artık bence burada noktalayalım. Artık buradan sonrasını önümüzdeki bölümde devam edelim. Yani vakada birçok şeyi hallettik. Bu bizim adamı içeriye alan polisle bir konuşmamız gerekiyor galiba. Muhtemelen kapının oradadır o. Ondan sonra da artık başka yerde arayacağız. Bu olay zincirinin, yani bu olayların sebebinin neden olduğunu, neler olduğunu. O zaman videoyu beğendiyseniz ve videoları beğeniyorsanız kanala abone olmayı ve bildirimleri açmayı unutmazsanız bana destek olabilirsiniz. Ayrıca videoyu beğenirseniz sevinirim. Hepinize iyi günler. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.